All right. Howdy, howdy, everybody. It is Workforce Wednesday. It is Wednesday, November the 5th. And we're going to continue our series, our career readiness series, where our main focus is just getting you all prepared for applying for scholarships and internships and anything that may require more of those career readiness skills, how to greet someone, how to dress, how to create a resume, how to do a cover letter. So all of those skills that we need to be successful in all that we do, those are some of the things that we're going to be focused on. And so most of you all were present last month in October, and we went over personal branding. We went over LinkedIn. We had a couple of guest speakers. We had Olani Zainabu of Change Choices, and we had Jessica Williams, the job snatcher. And so she got on here and talked to us all about all things LinkedIn and how to use our LinkedIn profiles to our benefit, not just as like, like your traditional social media, but really how to maximize and get the most out of your LinkedIn. And so today we are covering, or this month, we're going to focus on like some resume building and interview skills, depending on how we move through. And so I'm just going to take a brief second to tell you, grab like a notebook or a piece of paper, something that you can bring on Wednesdays with you for this particular session. Because if you don't already have a resume, we're going to start the framework for your resume. And don't worry, we're going to take it slow. You're not going to have to rush through it. And by the end, we're going to have a resume that we're going to be able to put together and to present to your folks at Q for internships, scholarships, jobs that you might be applying for, all of those sorts of things. And so please go ahead and just take a minute. I'll just wait a minute here. And so I'll just pause and let you grab something. When you are back and you have your paper and your writing utensil, just pop on, send me a thumbs up, drop something in the chat that says I'm cool, come off mute and say, hey, all is well, we can proceed. And then we will go from there. So I'll give you a hot minute.
I'm cool. I got some stuff.
Perfect. Should I do the Jeopardy? I feel like I need theme music. Do 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 do. Janai, you a beat maker? What you got?
Oh no, nothing today.
Do. You said, listen, it's got because what I have got to be better. What you have got to be better than the Jeopardy beat. Do. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you for your beat. All right, Janai, you good? You got paper or pen? Okay,
Yeah, I
Gabby.
did.
Thank you. Favor, you have enough? You have paper and a pen? She might be looking. No worries. Mimi, Soraya, let me know when you guys are good. Okay,
I do
Favor's
have
good.
mine.
Soraya's good. Mimi's good. Thumbs up. All right. We cooking with grease, y'all. So resume building as I shared. All right, so we're gonna do an icebreaker, a personal branding recap, just a quick one, and then we're gonna get into the elements of a resume. Icebreaker, y'all like my corny image over here? I was like, ooh, this is like spot on. Okay, what is the holiday themed food that you find to be the grossest? Something that your family makes just traditionally or just regularly, or even if you don't even eat it and you're like, ugh, when they bring this out during the holiday season, it is just disgusting to me. Feel free to hop off mute and tell me what it is. I'm gonna start. I'll say chitlins. Ugh.
Gravy. I don't like the texture. I thought person.
Did you say gravy?
Gravy or anything grits or coleslaw, anything with a very, very weird
Mac and
texture.
cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese?
You wild.
I say dressing and sweet potatoes.
I would say cranberry sauce and the last cornbread that I tasted was dry and that we just did.
Listen, I don't know if I can come to the holidays with y'all. Y'all said gravy, mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, cranberry sauce. Well, let me see. Mimi put something in the chat. Let me see what Mimi said. Mimi said cranberry sauce too. What? Cranberry sauce?
Oh yeah, I don't
Listen.
like that either.
Oh my gosh. Jahiran with the gravy though. Like, is it just Is it all types of gravy?
It's more like anything. Yeah. I can't say I
Oh
like type of gravy. Yeah.
my gosh, my gosh. Okay, what's your favorite holiday dish?
Mac and cheese.
Anybody? Mac and cheese.
Gotta be.
Okay.
I'll
Say the
say
turkey.
Turkey. Okay.
I'll say mac and cheese or collard greens,
Okay.
cornbread. I like everything but what I said I don't like
Turkey,
really.
yeah.
Turkey. Funny enough, I'm not really a turkey fan. Mm-mm. Something about turkey just meh.
Wait, I also hate
Uh,
I also hate mashed potatoes too. Sorry.
What?
I
I'm
totally disagree.
right now. I'm not gonna lie, because
You don't like?
I'm on a 3-day fast, and y'all have me over here talking about food.
Okay. Well, we going
Bro.
Well, you gotta prepare your body and yourself for the holiday season. Well, I'm glad you guys have some favorites. Just one last quick thing. We don't want to make Jahiran Jahiran hungry. But tell me, what's your favorite dessert? Favorite holiday dessert?
The Pillsbury sugar cookies.
Really? Okay.
Yes, I think they're great.
All right.
Homemade brownies.
Okay. Ooh, do you put walnuts in them?
Nah.
Okay. He said just okay. Gotcha.
Cookies.
Cookies. Any kind?
No, just any kind of cookies.
Okay.
Except raisins.
What? Long as they're not raisins in the coleslaw, I'm okay, but I like a raisin in the cookie. All right, Mimi said her favorite is sweet potato pie or banana bread. Funny enough, that's how I prefer bananas is as a
I
bread.
love banana bread.
Yeah, me too. Favorite dessert for me. I like pineapple upside down cake. I like a good sweet potato pie. I even like pumpkin pie. Don't judge me. I actually think it
I
tastes
hate
okay.
pumpkin pie.
You said you hate it or you love it?
I hate it.
I don't know what this is.
Gabby.
I like peach cobbler a lot, especially with ice cream. If it doesn't have ice cream, I wouldn't eat it.
I like apple pie.
I like
Yeah,
apple
me
pie
too.
too.
All right, y'all. Let me move along because we could talk about food the whole 30 minutes, okay? And I don't want to be on here being a big fat. So we gonna move along. All righty. Let's see. All right, time for a quick recap. If you attended or if you know an answer, tell me just some things that you learned about personal branding or LinkedIn. And if you were not present, just what are some things that you know about personal branding and LinkedIn? Just shout out a couple things.
You can go.
Okay. So the first thing I remember, or like the thing I really like, or tool that I learned about was that talk to people, talk about your things that you want to do to about the things you want to do. Um. Oh my God. Sorry.
Okay.
So talk about the things that you want to do to other people, so they know what you want to do, or the things you want to be successful at.
Perfect. Absolutely.
I recall your personal branding being how you carry yourself and what you're presenting to the outside world. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
Mhm. And what happens if you have somewhere along the line maybe fouled or made an error? Then what do we call that? Sometimes you got to stop, you got to pivot.
Mistake.
Yeah, mistakes, and you got to rebrand, right?
You have to rebrand and
Absolutely. Anybody
Be
know anything else
creative.
about LinkedIn or be creative? Absolutely. Anything else?
I really don't know much about LinkedIn, but I actually made one. I do know that it's like just ways people can like get a hold of you, and you can add your socials and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And so you have LinkedIn.
And
That's
connect
great.
with people.
Mm-hmm. Your network is your net worth. LinkedIn is like your digital resume, right? So we're going to create one today on paper. And then eventually we'll get to where you guys have one in Save Janaya. I think you have one from a couple months back, but we're going to just work on these things, right? And so LinkedIn is your digital resume. It's also how you're presenting your brand, right? Your resume. I'm tying these things kind of together about your personal branding and LinkedIn and how it relates to resume, right? So LinkedIn is your digital resume, right? On a social media type platform. And it's how you brand yourself, right? That's where people will know to come and look for you, how to look for a certain skill set. It's how you connect with networks of people. It's also how you can host or house references and all sorts of things, right? Join groups that are aligned with your interests and career goals or college plans or apprenticeship plans or whatever that might look like. And so great work there. Let's see, can I move this? So this toolbar is egging me. There we go. So what is a resume? Some of you may already know. A resume is a one-page document that summarizes your skills, your experiences, your education, your accomplishments, right? And it's what you use to ensure to speak with potential employers, scholarships, scholarship committees. If you're going to sign up to volunteer, maybe they want to know a little bit about your background. You could easily give them your resume, right? It's going to highlight your skills and your strengths. It's a place where you're going to talk about yourself, which is also what? Personal branding, what you enjoy, where you see yourself going, right? You can use your resume for all sorts of things. And more times than not, as you have more information to put on your resume, right? You'll have several different types of resumes, and we'll get into that way down the line. And so right now, all of you were in high school. Some of you may have had jobs before. Some of you may have not. Some of you are volunteering. You all are a part of Center for Urban Excellence. That's something you can list on your resume. So we're just going to walk through today just all the different elements of a resume, right? Because I want to make sure you guys do it right and you all do it well, and you can be comfortable with it if you have to make edits to it, if you need to update it, if you need to share it out, right? But it's you talking about you and your skill set and your strengths. That's all a resume is. Any questions about that? I'll take that as a no.
Yeah,
Nope.
no.
Janiyah?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have a resume?
I have one from when we did it for the last little point of view.
Perfect. Does anyone else have a resume?
No.
Okay. Perfect.
I
No
thought
worries.
was had it, so I don't have it anymore.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to work on that. And so then we're also going to work on how you can store your resume, right? So that way you know where it is, you know how to update it. Some really just great things. Okay. So, Lord, this thing. All right. Elements of a resume, right? Contact information, objective or summary. You can have either one of those. Oh, put that in the wrong place. Don't mind that thing that says activity. That's not supposed to be there. That was supposed to be on my table of contents page, my agenda. Education, work experience, extracurricular activities, volunteer work, skills, honors and awards. Now, you may not have all of these things on your resume, right? But you are going to have several of them, right? You're going to have contact information. You're going to have a summary. You're going to have some education because all of you guys, from what I know, are in school. You may not have any work experience yet, and that's fine. Janiyah, I know you said earlier you play basketball, right? So these are all the types of things. These are the elements of the resume. These are the types of things that are going to go on your resume. In some cases, you may even see where they're going to list references, where they'll have those references on their resume. Now, because you all are in high school, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a resume. You absolutely should, even if you've never worked, even if you don't have any extracurricular activities, which doesn't apply to any of you because you all are participants here at Q. You guys are all members, Center for Urban Excellence, so you have things to list, right? And so these are just the basic elements minus activity, because that was supposed to be on my agenda, of things, of the elements of your resume. So it's what makes up your resume document. Does anyone have any questions just about this layout? We're going to get into the definition of each one of these and what that looks like.
I actually do have a question. So
Sure.
I was in business as communication my freshman year,
Mhm.
and my teacher, he told us that we should keep our resume one page long just
Mhm.
because sometimes people don't want to like read a whole bunch. So, and then
Mhm.
when I was going to like submit my resume, because I was trying to submit it for Chipotle, so I noticed that it was like 2 pages long, and
Okay.
so
You
would
want to know what
all
to do
those
there?
yeah, so like would it all really be able to fit on one page, or does it not really have to be one page?
Mhm. So it sounds like now you have, so we can check your font for one, right? Because font and size might play a factor in why your resume is 2 pages. But if it's that you really have a list of different experiences on there, you have these elements listed, that's fine. There's a way that we can condense the resume. And then there are, so like my resume is greater than one page, but I've been working since I was 14. Now, of course, all that information isn't on there, but because of your experience, you're going to have more information. So sometimes it will be greater than one page. Now, you don't want no 3 and 4 and 5 page resume. You start to condense things down, right? And so we can talk through that, and you can actually share your resume with me, and I can take a look over it and see how we can condense your resume. But sometimes you will have a resume that's greater than one page.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, but I'll drop my email before we go, and you share it with me, and we can see where we can, why yours might be bleeding over into 2 pages.
Okay, thank you.
All right, contact information. First piece that goes on your resume is your contact information. Who wants to come off and just read through what we're going to put there so you guys don't have to hear my voice the whole time?
Can I go?
Sure.
Contact information, name, phone number, city, state, zip code, and email address.
Plain and simple. So you want to be clear. You don't want to put nicknames on there. So, Mimi, which she goes by Mimi, right? But she would never want to just put Mimi on her resume, right? Because that's not it. We want your name at birth, right? What your parents named you. That's what they want there. Your phone number. Should you give them a phone number that doesn't have a voicemail set up? Anybody can chime in.
No.
No. Okay. So yes and no, trick question. I'm finding, and it may not be you all, that a lot of young adults don't set up their voicemail. I don't know why. Is everybody here with a phone? Is your voicemail box set up? Does it say, please leave a number or a phone or message for, and it at least repeats the number or something? Does everyone have a voicemail set up?
No.
I
No.
thought it automatically comes on, or do you really have to set it up?
No, you have to, for some of them, you have to set it up because it'll just say this person does not have a voicemail box that is set up. That is what it will tell you.
I did not know that.
So anybody else? So Janiyah, might be a good time to set up your voicemail, especially if you're applying for jobs because you don't want to miss it, right? And oftentimes those places will leave you a message.
Oh, okay. Now that I think about it, I do have a voicemail because I have plenty of voicemails that have been sent. So yeah, I do.
Perfect. What about if you give them your phone number, it's fine. It might be your mom's phone number. It could be like your house. Does anybody have a landline phone, or am I just that old? Does anybody know what a landline is?
I know what it is, and we don't got one no more.
Okay, I'm like, does anybody know what a landline is? Okay, so a landline is a house phone. It only rings to your house. It's not your cell phone. Some of you all may know that. Some of you all may not. I'm just that old. City, state, and zip code. You do not need to list your entire address, right? So if you live at 12345 Jones Street in Brentwood, California, you do not have to list the 12345 Jones Street. You could just list that you live in Vallejo, California, and whatever your zip code is, 94589, right? So you no longer have to list your home address, right? Because people move all the time, right? And then you're constantly having to update your resume because you've listed your street address, and you no longer have to do that. What about an email address? What would be an appropriate email address for your resume?
Your name, last name, and then I'll say some numbers, and then at Gmail.
Perfect. What were you gonna say, Jahiran?
Specifically a work email.
Okay, work email. Now, for your resume, do you want to list your work email if you're already, would you want to list your work email?
It depends.
It depends. Okay. So for your resume, because it is your personal document, it should be your personal email address. But the email address needs to be, hey, Michael, welcome. Your email address needs to be professional. So none of that hot girl, 10,000 city girls up. None of that. We don't want Bugatti, I'm a hottie, baddie for life, bad boys, 22, none of those things. And so you want, so you want, go. So you want, yes, go.
The food's like all the
Excuse me, guys, in the pantry. Ask Grammy to help you.
very too short.
Okay, then give me a minute. Sorry, guys. So you want a professional email. Does everyone have a professional? You guys just shout out what your email addresses are.
Mine is my name, I think it's my second name,
Okay,
and some numbers, and that we just did.
perfect. Is anybody using their iCloud as an email address? I know it'll give you like an email
I
account,
have an
something into
email
iCloud.
address, favor
Okay.
a
Mm-hmm.
me at gmail.com.
Perfect. Okay. Mimi, Michael, Jahiron, anybody got a Soraya? Oh no, Soraya went. Have an email address?
I
Let
have
me just hear go ahead. What you got?
he's at gmail.com.
Your first name at gmail.com? Is that what I heard?
No, Jaws Journeys. It's the brand.
Okay, that's okay. So that's your personal brand. Okay. Okay, pretty good. Mimi, let me make sure I ain't miss Mimi in the chat because I know she drops in the chat. Um, y'all, if you guys see Mimi drop in the chat, feel free to come off mute and read what she says. Okay. Mine. Okay. Okay. Naya, BNWG. What's BNWG? May I ask?
Yeah, well, the NWG stands for nothing without God because it's something I made a while ago. But
Okay.
yeah, but I'm gonna change it for my,
Okay.
my work
No worries.
mail. Yeah.
Okay. So to a professional one. And so it's fine, right? You can have multiple email accounts, right? But for all of your business, you want to make sure that you have a pretty simple email address, right? So I think one of mine is like anisa.smith85 at gmail.com. Another one is anisa5204 at gmail.com, right? So let's say you're working somewhere. Um, you want to steer clear of that one. So I wouldn't list my Q address on my personal resume, right? Because if for some reason I no longer work for Q, but I've sent my resume out, they're going to email me there and you may no longer have access to that work email, which means you're going to miss an opportunity. Any questions about contact information? Okay. Time is it? 5:52. All right. Objective or summary. It's a very concise 1 or 2 sentence summary of your career education goals and the type of position you are seeking. So what you're going to include, your goals, clearly state the role or industry you are targeting, right? Your value, you're going to explain your skills and experience and how they can benefit the company or the school or whatever it is, whoever it is you're submitting the resume to. And you want to use keywords from the job description or from maybe the description of the program or whatever it is that they sent you that align with your skills, right? And so if they said must be personable and honest and on time, those might be some of the keywords you want to use in your own objective or summary. So again, it's not a whole it's not a whole, excuse me, paragraph on all these things. It's just simply 1 or 2 sentences so that people have just have some basic information about you and they know what your resume is all about. Now, what Janaya said is true. I think they say folks might spend no greater than 30 or 45 seconds reviewing your resume. So you want to make sure that you are to the point in whatever you're listing so that they have time to read through it, right? That's also why they say there's like a page limit cap on what you're doing. And that's why I said you may have multiple resumes that cover multiple things, right? And we'll talk more into that. So your expertise, mention your area of expertise and professional level, right? So if you're applying for a basketball scholarship, or a basketball scholarship or a basketball program, or to be like an assistant coach, we'll just pick on Janaya. Shouldn't she mention her expertise and her professional level or how she had played basketball? Absolutely. Right? Any questions about summary? Okay. So is everybody well, I won't have you guys do that now. What time is it? 5:54. Okay. So any questions about summary? None at this time. Okay. So what I want you guys to do, y'all like how I know the latest slang, let them cook? I'm catching on, y'all. Don't judge me. All right. So along your paper, I want you to write your name. You do not have to write your full name, right? So you would put Janiyah Bolden. I don't know Jahiron's last name. Jahiron, his last
Fahid.
name, Favor. Okay. Favor, your last name, Soraya, your last name, Mimi, your last name. No, why do you? Soraya, your last name, right? So that's what goes across the top of your resume. No, you have some up there.
Overeat the marketing anymore?
No.
Why? We can have 3.
So, pardon me, you guys. So first and last name along the top, you can put, and we will work on the format of this, so don't worry about if it's perfect or not. You're gonna write your email address, your phone number, city, state, and zip. If you have a LinkedIn, that's great. You can also add that to your resume. So just take a few minutes and just complete that information. Just shout when you're done, give me a thumbs up, drop something in the chat.
Saving for saving for no.
Let me know if you have any questions. Just come off mute. Feel free to ask if you have questions or concerns. Everybody good?
I'm good.
Thank you, Janaya.
Two.
Okay. So for the sake of time, because I want to respect your time, what we're going to work on next week is our summary. So as you can see, this summary says motivated student with a 3.6 or 4.0 GPA who demonstrates strong work ethic and creative ability. Seeking to apply my graphic design skills and artistic drive as a summer intern at your company. I will leverage proven experience as a competent designer to contribute to a company's goals and needs. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward summary. And so what I want you all to do between now and next week is what I want you all to do between now and next Wednesday is Google some different high school student summaries, right? And then I just want you to take a stab at it. You don't have a lot of information about it at this time, and that's fine. We're gonna talk about what words to use and how to describe yourself. We're gonna go through all of those things, but I want you guys just between now and next week to just Google a few summaries and objective statements from high school students. And then I want you to take a stab at yours, right? Just knowing your own skill and ability, right? You can just make something up, or we're just gonna share it out. And I'm also even gonna share mine because mine has changed a bajillion times over the years. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay. So that means next week you'll have to come off mute to share, which is okay. There's no wrong answer here. There's no wrong answer. There's not that it's not good or anything like that. There's none of that. We're all here just kind of learning, putting it together. And so this is just this is just the first part of what we're doing, but we will continue. And by the end of this, we'll have a resume. So any questions about what needs to happen between now and next week? Okay, somebody outside of Janaya, tell me what it is you're going to be looking up this week. What's the task?
Looking up high school student resumes.
Summaries. Yep.
Summaries, like
Definitely look up the resume, take a look at that too, and then look at the summary or the objective, right? And then I want you just to take a stab at yours, even if you only do one sentence. Just take a stab at writing your own summary and what you would want that to look like. All right. Any questions?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
ma'am.
what'd you say, Jahiran?
No, ma'am.
All right. Ooh, I ain't that old now. Come on. No, I'm just joking. All right. So I will see you all next Wednesday. I appreciate you all for hopping on and hanging out with me. And we will, so bye. Get out of here. See you next week.
All right. Thank you. See you later.
You're welcome. See you
Bye. Have
later.
a good
Thank
rest of
you.
your night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Can I ask you a question really quick?
Yes, ma'am.
When is the Santa Barbara trip? What time is it? Like,
The Santa Barbara trip, it is, what time do they leave?
what time, yeah, do we go? Like,
Now that I don't know, because that's about flights, right? And flying and not all that sort of stuff. Because I don't think they're driving. I think everyone is flying to Santa Barbara. So
yeah.
that would be a question. As time moves forward, um, they'll have more of the flight times and things like that. And so we can reach out to Miss Anijah and ask her
Okay.
if you need to know, like if your parents are saying what time, then reach out to Miss Anijah because she will have a better answer,
Yeah.
or Miss Raina.
Okay.
Yeah. And so just you have their email addresses or phone numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so drop them a note. They'll definitely be able to tell you timing.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Have a good night, dear.